Yeah, it
Okay.
hasn't been that bad. I see we're doing Yigglypuff.
Yeah, I'm just I just keep losing to Jigglypuff.
Yeah,
Um,
understandable. She's hard.
yeah. Um, but like a week ago I hurt my index finger, so I haven't been playing. But
Hmm.
uh this is like from a week ago.
That's fine. Not much will change week to week, so
Yeah.
I think it's chill. Okay, bet. Let me start streaming. Momo. I think this is melee. I honestly don't know. I picked something to stream without knowing what it was, but I think I got it.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Do you care about the game one or anything, or does it not matter?
Um, this is the game I won, and then the next game I lost.
Okay.
So I doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're gonna get to them both anyway, so
Yeah.
who cares? Okay, bet. Alright, well, I will say, or this is like worst case scenario immediately. Getting grabbed, kind of like, I don't think you necessarily lost the mix up. You're just kind of chilling, and Puff was like, I'm close, so I'll Z button. This is like super duper horrible. Uh,
Yeah.
I also surprised that Rising Bear hit you, but that seems like something maybe to be aware of where it's like when you're dash dancing, maybe your dash dance range shouldn't be right here, but it should be like further back if you feel like Puff is like jumping next to you or landing next to you.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, I will say, if Puff lands right here and you're standing right here, she does have like mix ups where she like wave dashes towards you and then does stuff. And those are like multi stepped mix ups. So, like, they're not the most risky, but like, if, say, for example, Puff did wave dash, turn around, grab, and you're just dash dancing, you just kind of get hit by grab because you can't really see it. And so I like dash dancing further back a lot just because I don't feel like I lose anything, but I also like don't get hit by random stuff like rising bear or like wave dash grab or something,
Yeah.
you know. And then you kind of like dropped your wallet after getting hit by the bear, and I ended up going pretty poorly. And I'm surprised that like you tried to dash forward. I feel like after getting
Mm.
hit and being in like a weird, freaky position, instead of being like, "Oh, I gotta make something happen," I'd be like, "Fuck, I am terrified," and I'd like roll away or dash back or hold shield.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and shield would have gone grab too, so it's not like it was foolproof or anything. But I'd be like, "Oh my god, why am I short hopping next to a Puff? I messed up horribly. Let me escape." At the very least. Uh-oh.
Could be a
Um,
grab for sure.
yeah, I agree. I definitely think drill grab there could have been good. I think against Puff, if you really, there's almost no reason not to just like drill grab, because what's Puff gonna do? Spot dodge shine you? No. He's just gonna like roll away, and then you're gonna be like, well, my grab whiff, time to take stage positioning or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good EV just to go for it almost every time. I think there's sometimes where I go for drill shine, and I don't necessarily know why, but I don't think it's like the best decision I could be making. Like I think drill grab and drill up tilt, or even like drill fucking like dash chance or something ends up being better EV. Just because shine kind of sucks against Puff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a bit too close to ledge there. I feel like it's very
Should be a
reasonable.
grab too.
Yeah, definitely like I get being like, oh, I shine them to ledge. I know they're gonna jump up in like a weird way, but then the way you do it against Puff is different from other characters. Like if this were like Sheik double jumping from ledge, this bear hits her, you bear shine and she's dead. But Puff just like has invincible pound, super duper close. And so instead, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna dash dance and then wait to like, short hop nair her jumping up or like maybe up smash or something. And then it'd give you the
Yeah.
time to react to this pound and get whatever punish you want on it. Oh, that definitely should have been a grab too. I agree. Yeah. Drill up tilt on shield, probably not the best. This is a spot where I'm like, you should probably drill shine. Because I don't want to have to. Using up tilt on like Puff shield like this, if the Puff was like paying a lot of attention and didn't get hit, she'd just like shield grab the up tilt on shield and then you'd probably die because you're holding up.
Yeah, for sure.
This was good. After this bear, you play pressure, and then you shield, then you go off, and then you avoid her, and then you get this punish, which I think is good. Yeah. I think, as like a super general rule, when Puff is like in the air, I'm much less down to like contest her, because if I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen, I will lose the drift war. It's like, if she isn't gonna be, if I'm not 100% sure that she's gonna be at exactly this spot, you should just like shy away from like picking an option like this, because she could be anywhere from here to here, or even double jumping up here, and you just like can't actually tell. So this bear only covers this tiny spot, and it's like, man, it seems like it's already pretty unlikely to hit. And then what if it does hit? Good job, you back your Jigglypuff, and then you get to go back to playing neutral, right?
Right.
But then, guess what? Puff, I don't even know what move Puff is going to use, but there's like a 50% chance you get clipped by a move and end up off stage and dying. Oh, you get bear.
Yeah. Like
right? It's like,
yeah.
Oh my god, what happened? Yeah, it's just the risk reward is so horrible to like actually try and do stuff about Puff being in the air. And it's like, I would save it for when, if Puff is in the air and I want to challenge her, it's like, it is because there's something about the situation that like would take away from her drift or would like give to my control. And so an example of that is, you know how when you run under Puff, you'll do like run under bear or something, right?
Yeah.
Those are the spots where it's like, oh, what makes it like better to like contest there is that your dash is like essentially making up for the fact that Puff is like able to drift, right? Because you're just so fast. And so then you do the bear that's also pretty big, and since you can start from so far back, you could also hit her moving forward slightly and then still cover her moving backward because your like ground speed is fast, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why it's like, oh, it makes sense to contest in spots like those, because you're like making up for the fact that Puff has drift advantage with your ground speed.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh. Good, let's dash. Damn, that killed. God damn. Nice. Oh. This is like good invincibility too. You avoided her, you get a platform and light shield, but then I feel like after this bear, I'm surprised that you like shield dropped and then we're like, let me wave land or double jump, I mean, and then like do something. I feel like I would have, if I were to be in this position, like shielding, getting hit like that, I just shield drop, go on the ground, and then like dash back. Because I think you were scared of Puff like doing the double jump bear and then doing like a falling like drift in bear, which he did do actually. So it's like fair, but it's like since it took so like long to set up, you had the time to like avoid it effectively, right? So imagine you landed and they dash back or something. It's like she couldn't have actually caught you, or you could have landed and shielded, and that's also chill because it's like I think we've talked about this before, but like shielding against Puff is like generally pretty chill. Puff doesn't really have good ways to hit your shield other than just grabbing it. And how often is a Puff going to be point blank for you to grab your shield, you know?
Yeah, I should use shield more for sure.
Yeah. And so then you end up in this awkward position where I think it makes sense why you'd want to dash forward, because you're like, oh yeah, she missed bear, I'm a catcher, but you weren't actually like in a position to do that with reasonable risk reward. Because once you're at knockdown percent, after Puff whiffs aerials, you start having to worry about her doing like late aerial dash attack or late aerial F smash or something, right? Since those things knock down, it's like, oh fuck, you get hit by that, you're getting dash attack, you fly halfway across the screen, and since you're in the corner, it's like, oh my god, you know, works out because you held down, which is good, but yeah, something to be wary about for sure. Cool. Nice, I like that you shielded. I feel like you're playing a bit too forward about the corner. I think it's good to friend the corner, but sometimes it's like Puff is just going to be floating there and you can't really do anything to hit her. So you should just like dash back to right here to let her on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of hit the corner like 3 times in a row instead of like mixing in like a bait.
Yeah. Because it's like I get the cool thing about letting Puff on stage, but still pressuring the corner is it's like Puff doesn't get any better being here or here. Puff still just kind of sucks in the corner, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you could let her take all this space and still be like very advantageous, you know? And so I think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's good to be like, okay, let me like move away from the corner, move more towards center, and then like start the corner pressure. And you're not actually giving up that much. Now sometimes I'll also be like, okay, I don't even want to deal with this. I'm gonna go all the way back to like past center, and that's totally fine too. But that's like if you're trying to avoid the corner altogether, which is reasonable sometimes. It's annoying.
Are there any other characters you would just avoid the corner with
No, just just
completely?
just Puff.
Okay.
I think it's good to pressure all the other characters because it's not like I guess what makes Puff not that great to corner pressure sometimes is that you're not gonna hit a character on the ledge. You just
Yeah.
aren't. It's just not something Fox is capable of doing without risking his life. But like, what other character is so bad on stage in this position that they'd like think of the ledge as like equal value? It's only really
Yeah.
Puff.
Okay.
I like that you go under here. Good bear. Really good full hop too. This is good corner pressure. Catcher, boom. You full hop to make her think, and then you react to her doing double jump fair, and then I think you miss your dash forward, but if you did dash forward rising bear, that would have just demolished her. Good ledge dash. God, this guy keeps getting hit by ledge dash nair. He actually can't stop. Good, nice. That bear's good. Chill in the corner. I like this a lot, but then again, your dash forward timing was poor.
Dang.
Yeah.
Three dash forwards just bodied.
Yeah, I think it is. It feels like because it's like, oh, Puff is so slow. Once she does something, oh, I get to go in. But it's like you have to be super specific about dashing and still, especially when you're at this percent. Because if you get clipped by anything, you'll probably end up going pretty far away. But I think it's really good that you're like, oh, I'm chilling, and then you just stand in the corner for a while. But I think it's honestly that you should. I think the problem of all these is that you don't have a super duper good grasp of like what how to like time your dash in for Puff doing falling bear.
Mm.
Because like the
Yeah.
one time where you got F smashed, you went late. This time you went slightly too early and got caught. The other time you went, I think, early, and it's like if you knew exactly what timing that you had to go at to like dash through her like this, then you'd be like, oh, it's like I could do this. And then these situations would go well rather than you like getting hit in the corner and it looks like you're doing something super bad, but in reality I think you're just slightly misjudging a situation that you're like understanding well, you know?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think Nair Shine against Puff is fake. There's just almost never any reason to do it. You might as well just like
Yeah.
turn if you know that your shine's gonna hit or your Nair's gonna hit, you might as well just do Nair turn on up tilt or like Nair or something, right?
Yeah. Nair. Like
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. It's a shine. Even if shine did hit, all that would happen is Puff would go to the ground and he'd be like, "Damn, I can't tech chase Puff. Why is she there?"
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit too close to the corner still. Same thing as before. Yeah, you're just whenever Puff is in the corner, you're like really trying to make something of it, and I think it could go a lot more poorly than versus this Puff. I think this is a pretty big mistake. You like did a relatively poor job judging if like your fair would actually get there in time, and I don't think it was very close, honestly. And so it's like,
Yeah. It's pretty far.
and now it's like you're getting grabbed and you miss your shine after the fair, and then you're getting up throw arrested. Okay, well you're getting up throw up air and not dying, but something horrible could have happened if the Puff did like up throw falling up air. You land on platform, they tech chase you with another up air, bear. You're off stage, they reach side B, you die. And that's like totally something that could have just happened, right? Good nair. Play the corner a bit safer. No, but it's okay.
That was fake too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that was
okay.
super slow.
Good. I wish you were reacting a bit more, but I still like the way that you're playing Invincibility. You go into the corner, you shield to check, you full hop, but then when you're dashing forward, the timing that you dash forward at, I guess, wasn't the best dash forward timing. Um, I feel like you like went in on reaction to Puff doing a bear, but that timing doesn't end up being good against anything. So you have to like slightly delay it. You either go earlier and assume that she's not gonna bear when you see her jump, which I don't think is great reward, or you go in later seeing that she bears, so you like have good timings against stuff like her doing aerial
Mm,
grounded attack. You know?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, how do you get grabbed? I guess you just missed your shine. Yeah, and here's another spot where you like tried to fight Puff in the drift game, but it's like Puff was literally behind you by the time you started doing the bear. She just moves
Whoa.
super fast. Look at it. Look. Oh, you haven't even done the bear yet, and she is already
My
past you,
God.
right?
How'd she do that?
She
That's
flies,
broken.
man. She flies. She
Wow.
just goes way too far. So it's like you never want to be like, man, Puff's in the air, let me catch her. It's like, nope, she will be out of the way. I guarantee you.
Alright, surely I back up. Nope.
No, a bit too close. I think minor mistake, but you see Puff like pound below you, and you're like, oh, I gotta get her. But then you do dash back shield drop, and it's like, I feel like if you did run off bear, that would have been better because you want to stay
Oh,
behind Puff's shield. Because now, guess what
okay.
happens? You're in front of her shield. When she was holding shield, she shield grabs, something horrible happens, and you're crying. You know, you could just always stay behind her and never have to deal with like the what if I get shield grab threat. Nice. This guy's really bad DI. Good die. Oh, grab up throw upper. That was. I think I think you got. There's something about the upper that confused you, but you should just go straight up there. Maybe you're trying to single hit. Were you trying to single hit?
I, I dabble in that.
I think, honestly, against Puff, single hitting, unless it's at really high percent, is kind of a waste of time. Because I'd much rather just. You have enough time to just, like, full hop, double jump, and get a super duper deep up air. And if the upper is
Hmm.
super deep, then it's like, oh, they're gonna need two SCI inputs, which is really hard to get, you know.
Yeah.
And
I
so
should just
I'd
go for
rather
that.
bank on that. Yeah, it's just so much easier. Single hits are so hard, and so it's like Puff is like the only character too where you actually can get deep up airs reasonably. And so it's like I'll take it. I'll just go for super duper duper deep up airs and figure it out. Oh, I think it's messed
Oh,
up.
I know I'm about to dash forward and get hit again. Right here. Sure.
Yeah, yeah, happens again. You just gotta chill, man. Let the Puff. I think you're just like I don't know whether it's that you're scared or if you're like if you think that Puff isn't going to be doing something, but like you once Puff has you and Puff hits you like this, you just have to literally chill. Just be like, okay, I no longer get to play for a little while. Let me like take my time until I juke out Puff and make my way back to center stage.
Mhm.
Like taking your time with dash dancing in the corner, full hopping on side plat, using shield, crouching, and just waiting for Puff to do something really, really laggy. And then like taking a step. That doesn't even mean that you're like fully transitioning to center. It just means that like taking a small step to like progress your position. So maybe you're standing right here in the corner, and then Puff does like a full hop rising bear back here. You're like, okay, I'm gonna dash forward to here, and then play from there. And then maybe you're like, wait, well I might get hit again, so you go back. But then Puff does something really bad, like she does like a falling bear here, and it has no chance of hitting you, and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna go from here and transition to side platform. And then Puff's like, maybe Puff saw you dash forward and was like, I'm gonna dash attack. And then it's like, okay, now you get to fully transition to center stage from the side plat. It's like against Puff, even though it feels like she has to commit a ton to hit you in the corner, you still have to like take steps to get out of it. You can't like do it
Mhm.
all in one big like movement unless she really makes a mistake, I think.
Yeah.
I think this recovery was pretty sus. I feel like what you could have done is fast fell to ledge, which I think you tried. Maybe you held down for slightly too long. But then after getting hit so far back, you could either like um get hit, fall down, shine stall, and then try and do like double jump side B. So maybe you could sweet spot with the side B. Maybe you could go above, or you could like jump really high out of the shine and then like up B up here or something like that. But like the longer you wait, when you like slide off like this, a little secret is the longer you wait, the further horizontally you'll end up, and so then you could like create a more difficult edge guarding position just like naturally from the like horizontal knockback. And so if you like held shine for a bit, it lets you like wait before you have to jump. And so instead of being like, "Ooh, I double jumped," and now you're just like right here for Puff to hit. What if you're like, all the way back here, and it's like, Puff can't jump out and hit me, so now she has to like 50-50 covering ledge or like some other angle, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Surprised you die here though. Okay, never mind. You don't. Let's go. Puff did not do very good edge guards.
What's the edge guard here for Puff? Like drill?
He just runs off fairs. After this nair, which I don't think was that great, she just immediately starts running off.
Yeah, why is she like wave dashing backward?
Yeah, it's like she just hits it and then she immediately just runs off and then like just hits you with like a fair.
Yeah.
And so if she like just fell all the way down here, and she would like realize that you upbeat super low, and she just press fair. Honestly, at the timing that she double jumped, so she'd just press fair now, and then she'd catch her up B, either as it starts moving and it trades and she techs, or she just hits it before it actually starts like moving, and that's just kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You finally caught him doing something freaky off ledge. But you have gotten hit by Pound, so I think it's something to be wary of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that game was like, I think as a super duper baseline, you need to like be more down to like let situations against Puff kind of pass, or maybe just be like more conservative with like the positions you do decide to attack. And so it's like the times I really wait to attack Puff, or it's like Puff is doing like a super duper high double jump aerial and I'm like close enough to her, so I'll run under and try and do something. Or it's like if I know that she's gonna fall from an aerial, then I'll like, maybe play a bit more proactive and like dash dance closer, or maybe I'll like try and run up, grab it. Or it's like if Puff has been on the ground for a long time, then it's like, okay, then I know she's like set up on the ground, I'm gonna dash forward and now pressure her. But like I very rarely am like, let me, there's sometimes where Puff's at short hop height and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll like run up and short hop nair. But that's like, then I'm playing like the drift game, and that's kind of annoying, and I don't want to deal with that because you have to like actually time your nair and do it in a specific way instead of just like throwing it at them. Or it's like another spot is that you could try and hit Puff is like, oh, Puff's high in the air, instead of trying to cross up with an aerial, I'll just like wave dash under her and threaten like doing bears and stuff or doing up tilts, but like not immediate, just like doing it at like a slight delay or something like that. But those are like the specific spots where I'm like choosing to try and interact with Puff. I'm almost never like, enough time has elapsed to let me like go in, or I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me find the other game. Hopefully this is it. Maybe I picked the same one. I definitely did. Oops. Yeah, and we'll see. Maybe in the game that you lost, it'll be like, oh, you died for like doing those things slightly more often, Awesome.
Oh shit, I lost this game. Sad.
Alright, here's a great example. So you avoid Puff, which I think is great. You come to the ground, and you're like, oh, Puff landing. Let me just kind of like attack towards her. But that could have gone really bad if the Puff was like, I'm going to wait here, and then maybe grab. You would have actually just drilled right into a grab. And she wouldn't have had to move at all, if you look at the spacing.
So, so if I drill a Puff in the air, what will happen? Usually
she'll just land. Puff specifically isn't that great getting drilled out of the air, but a lot of the time she'll land and then try and place some mix up around grabbing you, and you'll be
Uh-huh.
like frame negative or something because she'll
Okay.
land before you.
If I do this for speech, I just get like down smash or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. But against characters like Puff or Marth or Sheik, they'll try and grab you out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so after like hitting a drill like that, where it was like she was in the air, instead of like trying to shine, I'd probably like drill dash or drill full hop, and try and like avoid them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think here instead of doing the drill altogether, what if you're just dash dancing? If you're just dash dancing here and Puff short hopped forward like that, you'd be like, damn, that's a horrible short hop, and you just run up and hit it, and then you get a free hit, right? And it's like you didn't have to like it didn't have to be hard, I guess. And this drill ends up putting you in a really awkward position where now you're drilling the Puff out of the air. What if she turn around grabs? You're full hop drilling to the front of her shield. What if she shield grabbed the drill or something, you know? And it's like, there's like things that could have gone wrong, but like I think we might have talked about this before, but like a lot of me playing against Puff is like avoiding the death spots per se. And so it'll be like, okay, I don't want to end up in any position where me getting grabbed is a part of the mix-up tree. That just doesn't make sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I'll, you know, if I realize that there's like kind of options that you'd associate with it, and so it's like drilling around in the air could be one as an example. And so it's like, okay, if I see that Puff or even know that Puff could be in the air, then I would like change the way I view the situation to like either wait for a jump to happen, or if I do go in preemptively, pick an option that would interact well with jump, right? Or it's like um maybe, you know, I don't know, if Puff could wave dash back grab instead of running in, I just almost always do dash forward wave dash down or dash dance or like something at a delayed timing that would like interact well with it.
Mm-hmm.
um and it ends up, you know, applying more to like scrambles and stuff too, because like this could be a great example where it's like instead of shining, I would normally dash a full hop, or instead of like drilling and landing on the front of her shield, I'd always land on the back of her shield. And all of those kind of avoid like the, oh, there's potential you get rested here. Now you didn't get rested in
Yeah.
any of them, which is fortunate, but it is on the table, which is like, oh, you know, this is a great example. Puff like lands on the platform above me, and she's like, I like whiff an aerial or like a move under her. And I'd never be like, okay, now after I whiff this thing, I get to jump to try and hit her because I realized she didn't fall into it. Instead, I'm like, okay, I now need to dash because there's some world where she does shield drop drill or shield drop aerial, and I'm getting clipped out of my jump, and I'm playing a scramble where I have to like 50-50 getting grabbed or, you know, getting my roll red or something, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'd always like
Okay.
after maybe the sub tilt, I'd like crouch maybe, which is, you know, good against her doing shield drop aerial, or I'd dash away or I'd shield. And then it's like, oh, grab kind of is off the table because I like there's like a step in between where I get to react to what she's doing, you know.
Okay. I think I just have to take my spot and then back up if it doesn't work.
I agree.
I just doing like multiple multiple pieces of aggression.
Yeah, it's like I feel like against Puff, oh, you probably get rested. No, you don't. Okay,
No.
fortunate. But I feel like against Puff, there every time that you decide to be aggressive, you're like risking something horrible happen. And so in my eyes, I want to minimize that as much as possible, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um Yeah, you could have gotten grabbed there. This is fine. Up smash was kind of greedy. I wish again, this is another spot where it's like, oh, I'm gonna like attack the Puff getting up from the corner, but then something weird and bad could happen. And so I'd be much more down to like not do it. Like maybe after like I up smash and I'm shielding here, instead of shield dropping to like read her jumping up, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna like dash back, you know? Or like maybe I'm gonna like full hop or something. But or maybe I'll stay on the platform longer and delay my shield drop so I actually hit her when she doesn't have invincibility, you know?
Yeah, I'm just like letting her invincible aerial me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um Here's a great example of a danger zone. I think this bear is great, but
Dash away.
you have to dash away every time, always. There's just
Oh
no
my
option. But then you
gosh.
jump, and somehow you're jumping into an up air. I don't know how that. I don't know why the Puff's up airing. I don't know how your jump got hit by it, but it happened. And now something horrible is gonna happen. And if the Puff hit a hard fair, you probably die. right? And it's like,
Big Puff's up airs. She's way too happy doing
I know she's
that.
picking the most evil move in the game. She's like, wow, I love
Look at
up
that.
airing.
Just
Like,
saying hello.
uh,
Oh. Did I dash forward again and get clipped?
no, you just went to Legend Baird, which I don't against Puff. There's almost no reason to grab Ledge. You know what's she gonna do? Side B? It's like she's not Fox. There's almost really no reason to grab Ledge against Puff. So it's like after that bear, I'd probably like the shield pivot was fine, but then I'd just like do something in place or like wave dash or something, and then hit her when she's closer. That was a good recovery attempt, I think. Nice, but I think dash dancing's great. But then you put yourself super close to him, so you had to shield a drill, and now this is a death mix-up. What if you shine and he turn on grabs? You tried to shine, and then he missed a grab. It's like that. It's just that's just like that is what is gonna happen in these weird scrambles. And what is even the point of being like, oh, I could get grabbed here? Good. I like that you stay on the back of your shield. This is great though. The up smash is pretty greedy, but so be it. Rest. Trade.
Bump, bump, bump. Oh my god, I got stuck. How embarrassing.
It's okay, she dies anyways. Nice. Full invincibility. I like this. That was great. This is all great. You're just chilling. You're not doing anything you don't need to do, and then when you have to do something, you're full hopping, and then you're reacting, and you're like, oh, Puff landed close to me on the ground. I guess I could drill if she wants it. And it's like, cool.
Please.
Yeah, you do definitely have to grab. Yeah, that's a drill grab for sure. Oh, look what happens the moment you space far away from ledge. She just gets hit.
Damn. Look at
That's
that.
awesome.
Okay.
Nice. I like this.
Oh.
This is great. You started playing. Oh, Nair. Cool. Oh my god. Instead of trying to attack the back of Puff's shield and play weird mix up, you jumped to top plat. Great.
Oh, let me back up.
Oh, it's fine because you back up, then you do a bear. It's all chill. This is all. This is great. This is all like
Back up.
good Puff
Nice.
gameplay. Oh, this bear is not that great. Yeah. It just this is what happens, and now you're gonna mix up. It's just bearing there isn't really that worth it. I feel like instead of doing like this short hop bear that hits through, you could do like a full hop late bear, and then like, you know, shine or something, or like jump or dash out of the way before a shield grab.
Yeah.
And then you'll be chilling if you want to hit her in this position. But yeah, the short hop bear there doesn't really work. Up smash.
Oh. Shit.
Oh my god. Okay. There's a few things that happen. Yeah, you went so far away that you couldn't react to pound. So that's a thought. Then you get shield grabbed for it. And then you do this up B that's super duper close. Because I think you're like
Oh my god.
probably scared of something horrible happen. But I think the secret savior in all these positions or off stage is shine stalling. Shine stalling is really hard for Puff to deal with. And so if you're shine stalling, you could be like, oh, you have time to look and get, you know, catch your bearings or whatever. And then you could like jump side B, jump back up B, jump side B, but go through the platform, jump back, then fall side B without, you know, whatever. Or you could shine, jump forward, side B right here, or, you know, shine, jump forward, maybe get close enough to even air dodge on the stage. It's like there's a million things that could happen the moment you shine stall, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I think taking advantage of that, and Puff can't cover all those things. Puff actually just has to pick one or two most of the time. And now you're dead because you're under the stage, maybe?
Nope.
No. Nice.
Dang.
Good bear.
This Puff is bad. Damn.
Let me see.
Oh my god, I'm rolling.
That up smash is super greedy. Oh, nice. No, don't run up shield to the edge. Just dash dance in front of it.
Wow, what a concept.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nah.
happens.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Nice. No, too close. Okay, good. That
Oh.
nair is fine too. That nair is actually
What?
chill because you go super far past, so there's not like a thing she could do. And so you could just like for free jump up the side plat and you'll never get hit. Yeah. It looks safer than it is. It's because it's so deep that there's oh my god. That nothing could go wrong.
I see.
Yeah, you just messed up and then didn't react to the scramble very well. Oh my god.
Oh.
Tragedy. Side B? Oh no. Okay, you're out. You gotta chill. Nice, nice. You get.
Did I dash?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. I wonder if you dash forward.
Oh,
Yep,
I
yep,
dashed.
yep. Dash forward. Don't dash forward. Just shield.
Dang.
Let me see. Let
These
me.
levels always come down to that. It's always that one thing that just happens for 7 stocks in a row.
Yeah, I mean that's so. That's how it goes. Sometimes it's easy to just end up in the position where you're getting hit for doing the one thing. Now let me. Since we watched those matches, and the main things I think to focus on are like playing the corner from further away more often, because you don't want to get too close. Getting too close doesn't like accomplish anything. There was let's see, oh, leap off. My brain. I'm having a brain fart. What? Attacking ledge from too close. When Puff is on the ground, or not like on the ground, but when you're like deciding to play aggressive mix-ups against Puff, being a bit more specific about when you do decide to be aggressive. Taking your time a bit more when like you're what's it called? Watching Puff kind of float around in the air and then like deciding to like make decisions a bit more like I don't know how to say this. I think it was when you see Puff floating around, you kind of like chill a bit more, and then when you are aggressive, it's like specifically in the position of her doing like a falling aerial. There's like you either go earlier to hit her before it comes out, or you go later. That would line up for like if she did like aerial grounded action. Um, there's using shield more. There was when you're in the corner playing like incrementally to get out instead of like trying to do it all in one motion. Drill grab. I think that was it. Okay, you could pull up. I don't know if me versus Hungry Box, he might be too good, but we could see if we'll see any of the same things. Oh, great! I like this already. I think this is something you didn't do. I took advantage of all my space immediately to not get hit, and it was totally chill. And then I did something at a delayed timing that would interact well with his grounded option, right?
Yeah, I like that full hop.
Yeah, full hopping over Puff in the corner, super good. Nice, same thing again. I like this. So it's like an up tilt where I read a double jump. I use the space in the corner, and then I know she just ends up doing a falling aerial, and I'm like full hopping over her.
Wow.
Yeah. I like this. He did a really good double jump. I was not expecting that double jump at all. But if he short hop, that's why I nared. So I was like, oh, he's gonna short hop. He's gonna short hop height. My nair will hit, and I'm gonna read him before he does something. Yeah. Yeah, I do the bear, but this time, since I had dash momentum, it wasn't like something that he could like show drop aerial and actually like punish me for.
Yeah, and then you dash away.
Yep, I also dash after it.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
I like this too. I do go in at such a delayed timing that it ends up lining up with the post grounded action, right? And then when I realize I'm in front of her, I'm like, fuck, this is like, there's potential I get grabbed. I don't want to get rested. So guess what I do? Full hop, go to the back of her, and then I try and do drill grab on shield, but he did a good job acting out of it. And I am now dead. Yeah, and it's like, oh my god, I played one single interaction that was like a death spot, and guess what happened? I died. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder if he dies here. He does not. Look at the spacing I'm playing the corner from. I think that's pretty good. Oh, he got demolished. Wow.
Oh my god. And the up and up there.
Nice. This is look. I'm taking my time, right? It's like I get hit by the spare. I'm like, shit. Okay, maybe I'll shield, and I wave dash down because I'm like, okay, I'm spaced, and I'm crouching because it's like I am generally pretty chill from that position, you know?
Wait, can you show that again?
Yeah. And then he, does lazy up tilts, and it's like I'm just gonna run past you, you know?
Wow. Wave dashing down out of shield is so sick.
Yeah.
I've never.
Super good. Oh. Let's see. And after the drill, it's freaky. It's the air to ground, and guess what I do? I dash out. I like that. I stay behind Puff. I only nair because it's the back of her shield. I read her doing. I think I meant to shine maybe, or I read her doing like a wave dash out. Both are fine. I like that. I see her jump, and my immediate response is like, let me go to the edge of her threat range from the air because I don't want to deal with anything. So I'm chilling here. And
If you were closer to Puff, would that detail poke sometimes?
I think if I'm further back actually,
Uh,
because right now with Puff's shield, with it at this one, I'm like trying to hit here, but if I do it like at the range that I am, the one that comes out first is the tail box that would be right here. So maybe if I was closer, it'd poke. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact that if I were further back, it would poke.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I got hit a bunch of times, and it's like, man, that was unlucky. I try to wave dash back, I give space. I try and do wave dash back something, I accidentally laser. So be it. But then guess what? I just roll away, and it's like, I'm chilling now. I full hop over him, and I get to center stage. Boom. Nice. Does he die? Cool. That was a really good nair. This is like, I read him staying on the ground greedily, and it also caught some jumps, so it worked out. Nice. I even get clipped here, but instead of being like, gotta dash forward, I'm like, okay, let me wait. I shield, and then I'm playing a mix-up, and I do like a drill and a shield, which probably wasn't the best, but I think I realized it wasn't that good, and I'm spot dodging after, and then I'm like taking my time after the spot dodge, like make sure nothing else bad happens. So I space around Puff jump, and now we're in a pretty cool position, and I get a running shine. So it's like a lot of the time, it's not like I'm playing every situation against Puff perfectly. Sometimes I'm misjudging, but I'm aware of like the fact that something horrible could happen, and I try and avoid it. Or it's like, oh, I don't know, wait or something, and then let it kind of fix itself. And I'm always like, let me move out of the way of Puff's threat range. Okay, he got red super bad there. But, yeah. And this is the thing where it's like, you give her a ton of space to make sure that she gets off ledge, which is also a reasonable strategy. Yeah, this drill was kind of sus. I didn't really like it that much. Nice. Incremental corner play. I get into the corner, I'm shielding, I wave dash down, I'm like, okay. And then once I see that she does this short hop rising aerial, I'm like, let me get out the corner. And so I running shine.
Where else would you use this wave dash down out of shield? Like other characters, like long range, like a Marth sword, is that good?
I think the general rule, I can't necessarily say any super specific examples, but like the general rule is if the character hitting your shield ends up outside of their threat range because they space an aerial on your shield, then you can wave dash down relatively safely.
Okay. Is there even any other character that can do that?
I mean, I think for example, if Fox like does like a late bear, a space tipper late bear on my shield,
Whoa.
then
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I want to wave dash down, because if he tries to do like up tilt or shine after, I just outspace it, right? And so now I get to run up smash or something.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Okay.
those are like it's like if Marth does like tip or fair, and then it's like I'm gonna dash back, dash in, then I wave dash down, running shot, I catch his dash in. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hungry Rex is getting free stocked. What happened, homeboy?
I think you're just better. Per se.
Facts. Nice.
Is this tournament or just
This is just ranked, I think. Is this random net play? Oh. Cool. What is happening? Whatever.
nice lasers?
Nice. Don't get by
Whoa.
pound. Oh my god, something horrible's happening.
These nairs on the back of Puff's shield is
Hard for her
crazy.
to deal with. Oh, I broke a rule. Puff did a rising aerial, and I tried to play the drift game with a running shine, a small move, and I'm getting grabbed. I'll probably die. Straight, yeah. Nice. Wow, you caught that. Okay, I guess something did happen. Ah, he's got laser. Who cares?
Oh, what? You can do that?
Yeah,
God.
if she does that specific like double jump back aerial, you can get close enough to like Shiner. And then I jump out Shine to bait him, and then he fell for it because he's a noob.
Wow. What a noob.
Yeah, so true. We could find another Yigglypuff match that might be
Yeah.
more related or might be more similar skill to the one you played. Because Hungrybox is a bunch of freaky stuff. Nice. I like this a lot. It's the thing I talked about where it's like you get one chance to like go for a read under a platform, then you have to like escape. And I'm worried about like dashing and stuff, right? I do dash dance full hop and I get out. It's pretty chill. I like after the snare I do shine full hop because it's like I could get shine or shield grabbed on my shine and something weird could happen. I don't want to deal with that. So guess what? Jump to side plat. Don't worry about it. You know?
Wow, and just immediate runoff.
Yeah.
Wow. You mean you can get on platform and not shield drop aerial?
True. You can dash. You can dash.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wave dash in place, of course. Dash backs. Deep,
Wow.
deep up air. And
Yeah,
how did
super deep
they
up
live?
there. I don't know. I think they SCI down or DI down or something.
Interesting.
Because this is
Okay.
the exact kill percent for up throw up air. I want to. We could check. Yeah, I think they go down a little bit. So maybe they DI down. I don't know. I'll get red. Wow.
That up air up smash is so good.
No, I'm dead. Tragic. I did something horrible though. You could see. Guess what? Full Hop Rising Bear tried to play a weird drift game with Jigglypuff. Horrible things happen. And then I do a greedy runoff aerial after whiffing, and I get up aired. It's like, maybe I should have just like seen that she did the bear, and then like wave dash down, and then start pressuring her around here instead of up here, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what my punish is. It's probably up air. Yeah. Nice. I like this. I did the thing where I knew Puff was coming down with an aerial, and I go in at like a slight delayed timing. So then the second action is what's getting punished rather than the first one. I go behind Puff, which I think is good. And then when I go in front of Puff, look at how far away I am. I'm so spaced, you know?
Oh my god, his skittle of a shield.
Yeah. Wow,
What?
that was
How'd
cool.
you do that?
I think it's because I thought if I did dash up smash, it would push her off, and it ended up covering her dashing off anyways. So, fuck it.
Yeah, rip it.
Oh wow, that was funny. With this specific Firefall or Firefox refresh, I'm doing drop up B, not double jump. So I got hit, and I was still able to like double jump onto the stage. That's really funny.
Interesting.
Definitely was not intentional, but it is what happened. No, I feel like it always looks like I'm waiting at least before I do something. I'm like, let me check what happens, and then I'll worry about playing it out. You know, I don't want to like overstep something and then lose my stock for it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
always like, oh, Puff is doing something. Like we could watch, any particular opening and then maybe have thoughts. It's like, oh, I waited for Puff to do like a wave dash off the aerial platform, or yeah, wave dash aerial off the platform before I tried to hit her. And I got this down tilt. Didn't really work out, but it's fine. And I'd rather dashing away. Or here, it's like I saw her double jump from ledge, and I wanted to wait and see if she did something specific that I could punish, like maybe get a pound. And if she didn't, I was just dash dancing and chilling. And I saw that she went to side platform, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna like, pressure her now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like here, I jump over her just to check if she's moving back to pressure, and then I realize she doesn't. I like decide to do a running shot on her, like jumping away, because a lot of the time in this position, I thought maybe she'd do like a short hop bear in place, but she was full hopping. And it's like, okay, well I'll try and catch her with punish her landing, but she double jumped, which is like fine, right? I see her pound, I hit her. I try and go behind her shield to grab her, so I don't have to deal with getting shield grabbed. Puff was on the ground. So when Puff's on the ground, you kind of get to do whatever because Puff on the ground fucking sucks. You could run up grab, you could run up shine, you could run up full hop over her. She can't really stop you from doing those things that well.
Very late bear as well.
Yeah. Then she dies. It's like, man, most of the things I did were in response to Puff, more so than like making something happen super preemptively. Oh, I tried to shine tech chase, and now I might die. Oh, now you try to do something super greedy. Nice. I see that she has double jump in the air or whatever, and I'm like, okay, time to hit her out of the air. Or it's like, oh, she does run off whatever aerial, and I'm like, okay, now I get to run under her. It's like I'm always like checking if there's like a thing that happens before I try and hit her.
Yeah.
She does an air, and I'm like, okay, she's grounded. Now she won the mix up. This is a part of the mix up. Puff doing like aerial from really high up into like instant like dash attack. This is what I was talking about. It's like when she gets to like knockdown percent, it starts like becoming a part of the mix up tree.
Nice. Back up. Wow.
Oh, I messed up.
Nice.
Oh my god, I messed up. Wait for her to do a nair before I punish her in the corner. Bad pound. Not good ledge grab though. Okay, well I ran her, and she got up aired.
You just Swanton Bond up air her right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought she was going to ledge, and she was down 3 stocks to 1, so I was willing to go for it or whatever. But yeah, I feel like a lot of your Puff game plan needs to like. I think going back to like, we might have had a previous lesson about it where it's like, it was about the cone Puff's like cone threat range, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like that whole thing, I could pull up paint to make a little silly document or picture of it. But it's like the thing where it's like, oh, you have Jigglypuff, and her threat range essentially gets bigger the higher up she is. So I'll draw. What the fuck is this? Give me a pencil. Draw stage or whatever, right? And when Puffy's like here, say she like jumps off the ground a tiny bit, right? This is like maybe short hop height. Puff's right here. Her threat range effectively is something along the lines of like, it's like this kind of cone, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, she could drift out that far, but if Puff's all the way up here, she could drift all the
Yeah.
way
The
over here,
entire.
or all the way over there, or whatever, right? And so it's like the higher up she goes, the bigger the cone is, but that means that there's another cone on the inside, like this, that she can't do anything about, right?
Wow, blind spot.
Yep, it's a blind spot. And so then you get below her and you're in this cone, and it's like, okay, now I get to start up tilting or trying to up air or up, bearing or whatever in that spot, and it works out.
Yeah.
And so I guess like all that is to say that once you have like a better grasp of like the threat range against Puff, when you end up in spots like, oh, you're in the corner and Puff's like right here, right? It's like you aren't worried about her short hopping, because if she short hops, her cone only goes to like right there, right? And so it's like, oh, that's why doing the wave dash down stuff is good, or maybe why I would like stand still in the corner, and then once I know that she does a jump action, I will just kind of like dash forward full hop in at a set timing, because it's like if she did like drift in aerial, she'd only land right there, and so I could always time around it and full hop over it and then get to center for free, right? Or it's like I know I could always just jump to side platform and like be safe. And I think maybe revisiting that against Puff, where it's like thinking about the cone, and then every time you see her jump, visualizing just like what is her threat range, and you could create like a baseline for it by setting a Puff to short hopping and then drifting all the way in towards you without fast falling, and then having that be like your baseline for the cone, and then building up from it or whatever, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I think that will like it'll open up you being able to do more things in the matchup, where it's like, okay, now I know when to attack, because if Puff is like all the way up here, maybe I don't know, I'm not worried about her like hitting this spot or something when she's up here, because blah 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 or whatever. It like would give more context to decisions you make, and probably hopefully make it easier,
Yeah.
Um.
Wow, that's useful.
Nice. Okay, well,
Perfect.
sounds good. If you have any questions, you could obviously message me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, have a good rest of your weekend.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Later.